You see it in the news every day. More and more companies are falling victim to serious data breaches. Many of those breaches are the result of improper or negligent data destruction practices. Billions in fines are handed out to companies large and small. Brand reputations are damaged. Is your company the next victim? There is good news. One company is a market leader in securing the currency of the 21st century, your digital assets. Just one company offers a 100% data destruction guarantee. This is Reclamere.
I think really the 4 pillars of Reclamere's success come down to, first and foremost, our people. Second are our processes. Third is something we like to call fanatical customer service. And finally, the last one is our culture of security.
What it means to secure digital assets is that you have a documented process that is also auditable, so that from the time you take equipment out of service and you secure that equipment for transportation, and then that equipment gets transported to a destruction facility, that some vendor has complete control over that entire process, and that you have the ability to document what you've done by each stage, and that that can be audited so you can prove what it is that you've done.
Some of the biggest data breaches are because of lost and stolen devices. And one of the places where those devices get lost, stolen, or simply go missing is at the end of life. You know, when that computer is unplugged from the desktop and it then sits at a dock, it sits in an unlocked closet, and people are kind of helping themselves.
So Reclamere's DS360 product essentially will deploy lockable rolling carts to our customers. And the customers will take their IT equipment, they'll load them into these carts, and they'll lock them. That begins the secure chain of custody that's so important when we start talking about protecting digital assets. Those carts will be removed by our employees, transported to our facility. Those carts will be inventoried. The contents will be removed, and will begin the destruction process or the recycling process of that equipment. That security is what people need to have if they want to be compliant, and they also want to avoid a data breach.
Fanatical customer service is a saying that we live in our organization. We will figure out solutions for our clients, whether they are large, medium-sized, or small.
Our overall differentiator is the fact that we have the ability to take a look at and help customers with the entire data lifecycle. Reclamere's 100% quality assurance is all related to 2 things. Number 1, the process, and number 2 is insurance. So the process itself is all about controlling equipment, that chain of custody. And when the equipment gets here, being able to go ahead and use proprietary software to digitally destroy the data that's on a hard drive or any other storage media, to then go back at 100% and provide forensics quality control. We literally will go back to 100% of the devices that we have performed digital data destruction on, and we will attempt to get data back. If we find data or we suspect that data may reside on that device, it automatically is removed and physically shredded.
Well, Reclamere really is able to offer our $1 million guarantee against any type of data loss because of the fact that our processes and quality control is so strong. The real value in Reclamere's destruction services are not in the destruction itself. It's in the 100% quality control.
Reclamere is one of those companies that you can tell by the people and their approach to business that they are dedicated to professional service, high quality delivery of customer service.
So the nice thing about working with them is that we don't even know we're working with them. They do their job quietly and allows us to focus on other things without having the noise of waste stream management on our desks every day.
We have been doing business with Reclamere since 2005. Originally, we chose Reclamere because they provided the equipment disposal services and data destruction services that we needed, but even more importantly, they provided certificates that show that they properly took care of these services in a compliant manner.
I would absolutely recommend Reclamere to anybody that asked me. Not only are they going to tell you what they can do and then meet that commitment, but if they can't, they're going to tell you who could help you and make an introduction.
We currently recommend Reclamere for a number of things. So they have a deep understanding of computer forensics, of security, data security, and the ability to retrieve lost data in some cases is critical. And they can solve the problems other people do not seem to be able to solve.
The reason that we recommend Reclamere is that they're very easy to deal with. They provide the certificates that we need to be compliant, and we would always recommend that to others.
The very first thing that people need to do is they need to go to the website. Second thing they need to do is they need to read the content, specifically the blogs that are there. They may want to take a look at a white paper. And then finally, the last thing that they really need to consider doing is contacting Reclamere directly, being able to get connected to our subject matter expert, Angie Keating, and scheduling a no-cost call. Just have a 15-minute conversation about what are your challenges this year, what are your plans this year.
It doesn't cost you anything to talk to our experts and sit down and really kind of discuss if we're the right solution for you and how we can tailor a solution to protect your data at every stage of its life cycle and make sure that you're not the next headline in an unfortunate data breach.
We look at the data life cycle in its entirety, and the place where most all organizations will break down is on equipment disposition and data destruction, and that's the place where Reclamere is truly a national leader in being able to deliver that service.